Hey, welcome back, guys. I just wanted to take a minute and show you my new setup that I have for boondocking. This is what I use when we go in the forest and camp where they don't have power and all the basic utilities. So let me show you real quick. Okay, first off, I had to install this rack. Now this rack is sold on Amazon as a generator rack, but obviously you could get the attachments to put a bike rack here. You can store firewood there, pretty much anything you want, ice chest, anything you want. I've decided to use this for my boondocking rack. It's got the 3 legs that support it. It's got, well, this is standard. I have a 30-pound and a 20-pound. And then my generator, this is a dual fuel generator, small one. So I use this, it runs down and connects right to my 20-pound tank. People also ask me how I like this dual fuel generator. I love these things. You can, like I said, run it right to your propane tanks and run them. When we're boondocking, I don't usually run it all the time, but I will to cool my refrigerator and whatnot off, but that will actually run off of gas as well. The water heater runs off the gas, so I don't need it the whole time. So I find I can do a 2 to 3 day camping trip just on this 20-pound tank of propane. So I find it's a lot more economical to use the propane versus the gas, because like I said, you can put the gas up here and run it off of that. You get a little bit more power out of it with the gasoline, but this works just fine. Now guys, to get this on my camper, I have a small 18-foot camper. I actually had to cut the battery assembly tray out, move it, re-weld it, rehook the battery up. I went ahead and put a fresh battery in there. I actually put a tender on there as well, so I can just plug it in there with a little tender, so when I'm not using it, I don't have to run the whole camper. I can just plug it in, and I have a little battery charger, little battery, it's not a charger, it's a little tender. So it's this is actually, I think, a 1 amp tender, so I just keep that on there as a lead to keep my battery fresh. And people often ask me why I run 2 different size tanks. I like the 30 gallon tanks. These this is actually hooked to my camper for the heating, the stove, the water heater, but I also run a 20. That way, if I'm somewhere and I need to and they don't have refills, I can just stop by a Ace Hardware, a Walmart, a Sam's, anything like that, and just trade it out and not have to worry about actually filling it up. I can just trade out the tank, 20 bucks, I'm back on the road again. Plus I bring these extra, I have these at the house for the grill and whatnot. So that's why I run a 20 and a 30. So in closing, guys, if you're boondocking and not just going to state parks or private parks, and you're considering a generator, maybe look at one of these dual fuel generators and one of these racks. This rack and this generator you can get right off of Amazon. The tender you can get at Amazon or Walmart. All your basic stores carry these types of things. So if you're doing a lot of boondocking, we do a lot of boondocking because we ride dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, side-by-sides out in the woods, and most of those places are easier to get to just to stay at the dispersed camping or some of the campgrounds that most people don't use with campers because they need power, water, and whatnot. So if you're boondocking, you want to try that out, be a great idea. I highly recommend it.